It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
Is this echoing? Hey, Javier. Hey. Hey, Dontrell. Hey, is this echoing, by the way? Because I'm trying to do some testing stuff to figure out why Streamlabs is crapping out on me recently.
What happened?
And looking at the audio, it looks like the main mic is picking up the game audio, maybe? I don't know. Tell me if it's echoing.
Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never.
Professor? Sir, where are we?
You don't hear an echo? Okay, cool, thank you.
But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key.
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
No echo? Good, good, good.
I'm feeling better.
Because, man, I have been spending the greater part of a couple of hours trying to figure out why, for some reason, when I try streaming through Streamlabs, and I don't know if it's a Streamlabs problem, I'm throwing it out there, but it would just have the craziest ups and downs when it comes to just my connection. And, like, if I'm not streaming, it's fine. And according to my local area, just going to, like, speed test, apparently Steam and PlayStation Network were having, starting at 6 o'clock, some really bad issues. So I don't know if it wasn't me. So maybe that was it. Maybe it was just a weird spike a couple of hours ago in my area, so that may have been it.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think
port key was meant to lead us there? I do.
Is this Strand? Yeah, it's a Strand type game where I expect we're going to be walking a lot of the time.
Sent that port key to George for a reason. And I
Look at that
believe
seagull
that
just kind of
she
staying there.
and
This is
now
drifting, I guess, on a
George
thermal.
died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good.
Otherwise, I just wanted to
Let's
check
see
out
if we can
Hogwarts.
find a path.
This game's been in
However
development for like a few
defeated it may
years. It's a wizarding game. From the previews, it looked pretty good, honestly.
be.
But I want to see how much of an RPG is it. Because one of the things that I'm fearful of is that it's going to have a lot of stuff to look at, but you don't actually do. Or if it's like an open world game that's actually a genuinely interesting open world game. Harry Potter's always been a setting where
Ancient
they just kind of make things up as they go along.
A powerful magic wielded by a rare few.
And I also don't even know if this is a game that could be recapped because I don't know how it ends. I don't know if it's like a set ending or if it's a choose your own adventure and there's no real canon ending to the story, so who
Hogwarts
knows.
Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the port key.
I'm playing as, just in case this ends up being recorded for recap,
Ah, that's the path down below.
the
This way.
default voice and the default face and everything. This is default.
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why
I'm playing this on
powerful magic
PlayStation
disappeared
because
from the wizarding world. Spoke of the
this
good
is,
it could
for some
do.
reason, PlayStation played
But
extra to have a
magic is no
1-year
different than
exclusive
any
bonus
power.
mission and dungeon or
What
whatever.
really matters
And extra
is the
items, so it's
one
like, well,
who
if that's the only
wields
one
it.
giving different bonuses, since I have, you know, all the systems and access to...
Is that ice?
I would have preferred to
It's
play
not
this on
cold enough
PC, but,
here.
you know,
It
if
appears
one
to be
platform is
sort
giving a
of
better bonus
enchantment.
than the others, then why not?
Someone wanted
That's
to
the luxury
block
of
this
choice.
path. Let's see some of that one work you were practicing.
They spell things like the British here.
Focus on the center.
Fell says no. Your wand is basically like a gun.
Excellent.
I will say though that I remember when this was first leaked years ago, like everybody thought it was super amazing to have a third-person action-based Harry Potter game, which is not what it ended up being, which is funny because even though I never really played most of the Harry Potter games, you know, I read the books, watched the movies, and that's about the extent of it. Never really got into the games as adaptations because, you know, movie-based games, especially in the 90s and turn of the millennium, are kind of ass. but the polish on this was actually looking pretty good, to be honest with you. I can't say I'm playing this on story, which means like super easy mode, because I'm just here to experience the story itself. I'm not here to like waste dozens of hours, honestly. But it actually rolls pretty smooth. The movement and the controls are actually pretty, like, not jank. Can I get rid of it? Okay, good.
Steady yourself. Reparo.
I think it was a pretty smart move to make this a prequel. So that way you're not being bound by any existing lore and consistencies, which, you know, as far as I'm aware of, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter has never really been good for in terms of consistent world building or storytelling. They, like I keep saying, they just kind of make things up as they go along. And honestly, if that's the only consistent thing is that there is no consistency, then I guess we just kind of roll with it.
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
I mean, what would really be considered out of place in this old wizarding fortress ruin? Fong, how dare you play this great, fun, amazing, and well-made game? I know, honestly, it's surprisingly smooth. Like, one thing that immediately impresses me is that when your highlight focus right there, the auto-aim on it is spot on. Like, you don't have to kind of worry about... Look at that. Like, you see that backwards animation? Surprisingly smooth. Like, there's a lot of polish with this game. It runs pretty well.
It's a mural of some kind.
Bradley, how's it going? Hey.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer.
I don't... He's phasing right into me, okay? I say polished as the character model immediately moves through one my own. Alright, can I climb this? No. I don't like how...
This statue.
Because if you're in a very scenic area, then I kind of prefer the camera to be a little bit zoomed back. I wonder if I can adjust that. Fong, you were zapping everything like crazy. Oh yeah, like, it's super tempting to just kind of, like, pop anything, because it's so quick. Like I was saying, it feels like a gun, but honestly, you don't even have to aim. You just kind of do things. It's very convenient. I kind of think that if I was a British wizard, I would focus on the convenience of my life.
Could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room?
But yeah, so far the game looks and plays pretty well. I know I'm just in the tutorial. We haven't literally done any battling. But you know how sometimes when you're just kind of moving forward on a stick and just kind of messing with the controls, you can just kind of get a sense for how smooth things feel? So far, feels smooth.
What in Merlin's name?
The faces and animations, as well as the models, they kind of remind me of
Where are we?
NetherRealm,
I don't believe
like from
it.
Mortal Kombat. There's just this art aesthetic that kind of reminds me of it. And because this is WB Games, I kind of wonder if they did pull some of those people from Mortal Kombat to work on this game.
Hello?
By the way, that's not what I look like. I just picked the default dude and the default voice. Because you know me, whenever I do a recap, I like to be as default as possible. Where's the Destiny 2 Strand trailer now? Says, I know, right?
It can't be.
It's funny because the default dude in the game is not like the tan boy with the split part hair that's in the trailers. But, you know, whatever. Javier, too bad he's pretty handsome. Honestly, that kid is a looker. I wish I looked half as good as this dude.
Vault number 12, I presume.
He has a well-pronounced chin, and I think it looks good. Makes him look strong.
The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
Unfortunately, you would never find me with such a British accent.
This way, then. Stay close.
By the way, I catch the intro somewhere else, but this game begins with a body count, which I find is hilarious. Because you go in, you're being transferred in as a 5th year from Assistant Headmaster Weasley, which I guess is the fan bait right there. And you're in this carriage, and you're being carried over to go to where you're going, you know, Hogwarts. You're meeting with this dude for the Ministry of Magic, and while you're talking, this dragon rips your carriage in half and kills the dude right in front of you. I'm like, damn, this game starts right off the bat with a murder. And then he just destroys your carriage in midair while you guys grab this port key and get transported here. So I'm like, wow, it starts off with a bang. I can't disagree with that. I am A-okay with that.
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have
I kind of wish that, you know, we're watching this and like you see the carousel spinning. I kind of wish we spun with it. It obviously would work that way, but
That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure. Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you? Heard of it?
like I like how it looks overly complicated, needlessly so, but these things actually serve a purpose.
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest
And apparently there's some dude called Ranrock who's leading a goblin
with quite a
rebellion.
distance to go.
He looks straight out of 40K. I know nothing about Harry Potter, so you're here for the ride. Well, that's the good thing, is that you don't need to know anything about Harry Potter to play this game, because it takes place like hundreds of years before Harry Potter.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
All you gotta know is that the world building in Harry Potter is very inconsistent, so do not worry about it. One thing I thought was super cool about this game that it lets you do is that you can just kind of play however you want. You can join whatever class you want, but you're not restricted by rules. If you want to straight up murder people or torture them, you totally can.
The armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw in the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
Apparently, the reason why you're allowed to transfer in as a 5th year is because even though I guess you're not enrolled in any sort of magic, you are very adept already. You're a quick learner, but most importantly, you apparently have a mysterious ability to look at or be able to observe ancient magic. So other people can't look at ancient magic. They can't see, it's invisible to them. But you can. You have the sight. And you also have auto aim.
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today.
But this is actually a really nice looking game.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
Oh, and he has a mass body count of killing goblins? I most certainly do not. To me, you should never kill without reason. That's just wasteful.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait.
Best of luck.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps.
Oh, another thing you need to realize with Harry Potter is that every person who has the gift of magic can use magic. They just use wands and other focuses to focus their wand, but technically anybody can do this. Guide you along the symbol's path to learn the spell. Oh boy, I really hope I don't have to do this throughout the game. Press the corresponding input. Oh boy, timing. That's my other terrible thing. Okay, it's not that bad. Okay, that's fortunately very generous. Thank you. Because if I actually had to draw that, it would be so jank. Every spell in Harry Potter is like vaguely bad Latin. And there's really no limits on the magic itself in the world. Because everybody makes up spells. Like, there's a lot of commonplace spells. Like, if you ever play D&D or something, everybody knows cantrips and shit like that. And most people know, like, first and second level spells. But as you get higher and higher up, people can make up and create pretty much anything they want as long as there's enough focus for it. Like, the world of magic is pretty much limited by your imagination. If you want to make a spell that literally just beheads people, you can. If you want to make a spell that just magically cures cancer, you can.
Revelio. A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way.
And because you can kind of make things up as you go along, which again is the main thing in Harry Potter is, you know, kind of limitless imagination, is that it always undermines a lot of the problems these people have, because how do you really create obstacles for a magical society that can make up any solution they want if they put their mind to it? That's why they have some of the most off-the-wall, like, villains or issues that are solved by the most ridiculous ways, because that's kind of the best you can do.
What do you mean?
Sometimes it's a little too convenient, though.
Do you think this is some sort of test?
Because sometimes they're like, I lost my whatever. And it's like, oh man, if only there weren't 3 retrieve whatever you want spells that we already covered that everybody has access to. Like, how does anybody lose anything? True fact, many wizards actually take dumps wherever they are because they just use magic to clean themselves. I'm not joking. You can look that up. Because hey, you can just make a spell to make yourself sanitary and clean. So why not just go right on yourself wherever you are? Poop on the side of the road. Nobody cares.
That glow again.
Magic just solves everything. And honestly, if you couldn't just take a dump wherever you are and have it cleaned up immediately, why wouldn't you use that spell?
What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling.
And remember, no torturing pain spell. Yeah, the whole... One of the most...
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
One of the dumbest things that I think is most contradictory to a world where you get to make up magic rules as you go along is trying to establish magic rules. For example, if you're not familiar with Harry Potter, there's 3 curses. They call them curses because it's really just a magic spell, but it's a magic spell is considered quote-unquote evil because somehow you can assign ethics to imagination. And it's one's the killing curse, that's the famous one. Then there's the this crucia or whatever that basically is like torture, it basically causes like racking pain. And the other one's like mind control, like a charming spell that can make you do whatever you want. And it's hilarious because those 3 are always isolated as being like, oh, you shouldn't do this, it makes you evil, only dark wizards do it. But anybody and everybody can and do whip out all sorts of other spells that are somehow ethically okay but do the same thing. So, we can't rack you with terrorizing pain, but we can remove your insides or break your bones or paralyze you or make you like mentally comatose. You know, we can turn you into a vegetable. We can sap all the water out of your body. We can set you on fire, turn you into a plant. All that's ethically okay, but hurting somebody? Oh no, that's wrong. You can charm people, put illusions on people, but mind control people? No, that's where we draw a line. It's such bullshit. That's why you can't take that seriously. That's why there really isn't such a thing as good or evil in Harry Potter as much as they would try to establish otherwise. There's no good or bad, it's just choices and consequences, I like to say. You acquired the Wand Lightning Charm Lumos. Do I have to set that? Okay, hold R2 and okay, so yeah.
Lumos.
Well done.
I should pay attention. This is the tutorial after all.
Towards me. It does follow the light.
Are you gonna attack me or are you gonna follow my command?
Look out!
Protego.
Accio! Descendo! Levioso! Deposo!
It's like doing this in no way is unethical. Just remember this. This is a highly ethical destruction spell. Wow, I like how he does like 300 damage. Oh wow, we got parry here is what we got. Can I lock in?
Expulso! Confringo!
Alright, I need to turn off the PlayStation
Stay close.
whatever haptic feedback. I hate it. I don't like how it's for every single game.
Professor.
Bradley, Harry Potter pretty much invented the phrase "it's magic, we don't need to explain it." And that's kind of right, honestly. Like, it's magic. You shouldn't need to explain it because it's magic. Reminds me of the base mage combat of Dragon Age. Man, it's been such a long time since I played Dragon Age. I don't remember, and I played like a mage and a mage knight, so you'd think I would remember that.
Lumos. Where am I supposed to go?
These lighting effects look pretty good, though.
What's happening? The wisps.
Mr.
of
Frosty,
magic
hello?
seem to
Hello
be
there.
leading me somewhere.
Just turn off the rumble. I will.
Ah, that's where they're leading me. That glow again.
Honestly, I like to think that if I was a...
Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own.
Oh,
this
what is that,
time.
a treasure?
Protego. Lumos.
Yep, it's a chest. You have 46 or whatever the currency in Britain is in Magic World. I don't remember.
Revelio.
Activate the statues. How do I activate the statues again? I forgot. When I aligned it with its,
Align these statues with their reflections.
How did I do that?
Revelio.
Oh, wait, that one is... How did I do it last time?
Lumos.
Oh, it follows the light. Okay, that's right.
Perhaps I need to get them all to stand at once. It seems I have no choice.
I should be paying attention
I'm gonna
more.
have to fight my way out of here.
Stupefy, stupefy, stupefy. That's another thing too, is stupefy. I have to tap it every time. I can't just hold. Is there a dodge button? There is a dodge button. We're Dark Souls now. Alright, hold triangle during shield to counter parry. Okay, gold numbers mean big damage. Alright, first things first. I am turning off... Yeah. Turning off vibration. Get rid of that garbage. Is there a lock on? There is a lock on. Okay, good.
Stupefy. Stupefy.
Wow, you really have to tap R2 by pushing him the entire way. Can I remap this to like R1? Like I'm... Okay, you really do have to tap it, you can't hold it. If you hold it, it does something else. I want to remap this to a different button. How did I miss the parry? It was literally locked on him.
Lumos.
I got his little Illuminati eye.
Revelio.
For like, I can see better.
Lumos.
You can only have one spell active at a time. Okay. Can I remap controls? You cannot. Brutal. Alright, well I guess I just gotta deal with it. Honestly, if this does turn out to be an action RPG, I might just stick with it, because I like playing a good action RPG every now and then. Ooh, magic mirror. You hope you can finish it before Wild Hearts and Atomic Heart. I'm on the fence about Atomic Heart.
What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this.
You have to
floating
remind me
above
what
that
Wild Hearts is.
basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories.
Oh, that's right. A lot of things are named puns in the Harry Potter world, which kind of resonates with me. Wild Hearts is that Monster Hunter. Oh, that's right. It's EA's Monster Hunter game. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. That one I am keeping an eye out on. Like, look at the water and smoke and light effects. They did a good job really trying to polish this game up.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
what you're seeing.
Fong, hopefully no idiots come after you for playing this game. Heard that's going around. I have heard of that too. But here's the good news, is that screeching fanatics from Twitter are never a threat. They only exist on Twitter, and that means they have no power anywhere else on the internet, so who cares? Besides,
Miriam, and perhaps George.
it wouldn't. I would exceedingly doubt that they can do any more damage than any of the salty people that I make just for making fun of fan bases in this chat anyway. Like, if you come in this chat and you try to troll, you should know that we eat trolls for breakfast here. Like, I welcome debate and confrontation.
You shouldn't be in there.
Kotaku didn't get a review code, so they don't have a review out. That's okay. Kotaku's trash anyway.
Ranrock.
Oh, it's the main villain. It's Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need.
It is incredibly easy to combat trolls in a live setting,
Whatever it is you found here,
because most of them don't come armed with facts. They come out at you with just ridiculous, immature emotions and feelings, which are incredibly easy to deflect. And while you can't correct that with logic and reasoning, because you'd be trying to counter an emotional, irrational response with a rational, logical response, it doesn't work. It just makes things worse. You also can just control their emotional outbursts by reminding them of, like, literally holding up a mirror. Super easy. Like, if you simply point out exactly what they're doing and why they're trying to do it, they will trip up on their own disorganized emotions and fumble on themselves and run away. It works 100% of the time. It also works in real life, in case you have bratty children or bratty adults who act like children. Works like a charm. Because the entire crux of their offense lives on how much you care about what they think. And the moment you realize that, and you realize, like, wait, I don't give a shit what they think, and whatever they say doesn't impact my ability to do what I do every day, go to work, pay my bills, play my games. When you realize that it's literally just screeching on the internet, and you point that out to them, it goes away. It's like a ghost. It's so easy. It's so easy. And yet you see so many people struggle with that because they get swept up in the emotional aspect of it. It's how you can keep calm in, like, a lot of tight social situations too. Is it just take a step back and remind yourself that whatever they're saying literally doesn't matter. And just ask yourself that, like, hey, 2 weeks from now, am I gonna care about this? Or 1 year from now, is anything they do or say going to actually matter? And the answer is no. It's almost always no. So it is super easy to handle trolls. You just don't feed them, as the saying goes, but you more specifically don't feed them what they want. You instead feed them their own poison.
I've never seen so
And they
powerful a goblin.
can't take their own medicine.
He seemed wholly unaffected
Your average
by my
run-of-the-mill
magic.
troll cannot. Now, sometimes you run into a smart troll, and then things get interesting, but your average run-of-the-mill troll,
be.
super easy to deal with.
It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability.
And honestly, most of the people from Twitter, because I only use Twitter to kind of like keep an eye out on some business-related things or some game industry stuff. There's so few good game industry Twitter community managers anymore. It's such a shame. That pretty much for the most part, you can just ignore everything else. It's just noise. What a nice intro. Is the audio balance good? Like, is the game too loud or am I too soft? Eric Lopez, hey OBM, hey, how's it going? Ever heard of a Square Enix JRPG called... I think it's Live Alive, right? Not Live Alive. But the answer is yes, absolutely. I love the HD 2D art style that they updated it with. it would absolutely make my day if they redid Final Fantasy 5 and 6 in that way. But until that day comes, I have heard of it. I have not played it. I haven't even bought it, to be honest with you. I think I'm just waiting for a sale.
Sorting ceremony.
Because a lot of people were very excited for it.
I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need
You
to
see how
study
easy it
this
is to
office
just
as soon
become a
as I
student
can,
at
but
Hogwarts?
first
Just
I
walk
must
on
contact
in.
the Ministry. They
By
need
the
to
way,
know
I
what
did
happened
set up
before
a
it was
Wizarding
grand.
World account and imported my stuff here, so it's basically going to use my results from that website for like which house you get sorted into, what your Patronus looks
Ready for the
like,
sorting ceremony?
which I hear they didn't implement Patronuses in here like they wanted to, but whatever. And it also tells you like what your wand is. Oh, that's right. Isn't Simon Pegg one of the professors here? Isn't that him or something? Or one of them? I don't know. He voices somebody. Or Chrono Trigger. My guy, Eric Lopez. Have I heard of Chrono Trigger?
Night Jealous.
Come on.
Black.
One of the best RPGs ever made. Have I heard of it?
The headmaster.
Come on. Come on.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were
Oh, getting a remake?
complications.
Oh, okay.
Complications?
No, I don't think Chrono Trigger should get a remake. It's one of those that, and I realize I'm contradicting myself. Feel free to call myself a hypocrite.
If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I think that is Simon Pegg, isn't it?
I'll be in touch.
I don't know what you would remake in Chrono Trigger to make it better. Well, I take that back. I do know exactly what you could do to make it better, but I fear that they're not going to do it the way that I wanted to do it. The way that you make Chrono Trigger better is you do a much better job. Oops, hold on, I'm getting a call.
We've one more to be
I don't recognize that number.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
How old has a sorting hat been around? I guess it's a magical relic that doesn't age, right? HD 2D style would be great, but what Chrono Trigger needs is it needs much better writing for half of the cast that it doesn't utilize properly.
With preferences and preconceptions, certain expectations.
Who says I can't wait to start classes? What a nerd.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit. But your professors
Though to be honest,
have
the
a
classes of
great
Harry
deal
Potter
to
and
teach you
Hogwarts in
as
general
well.
are very nonsensical and honestly seem mostly useless.
You're clever
So it makes me wonder how anybody grades
You have
anything
the
in this
ability
magical
to
scroll.
reflect clearly on that
Conventional
which
learning kind of ends at like the
puzzles
5th grade, and then you earn like a bunch of useless
And
shit,
a
which
ready mind.
incidentally is kind of like
Quick to
public
learn.
school, so maybe Hogwarts isn't that far
Perhaps
off.
you belong in
Half of what you learn is pretty
Ravenclaw.
useless and obsolete by the time you're an adult. Yeah, so I got sorted into Ravenclaw, a house known for its intelligence, creativity, and wit. And it's also a bird, which I like. So I'm kind of thrilled that I got into that house. So I'm going to say yes. Also, their color is blue, which I also really like. So it's blue, it's got a bird, and they value one's mind, which I really appreciate. So I'm down for that.
You belong in Ravenclaw.
Umber Hulk Sneaky Steakhouse. Here's the thing, like, with Slytherin, I am down for them pursuing and valuing power and stuff like that, because I'm also for that, but I realize you can also just outsmart people and take advantage of that too. Like, if you can outwit and manipulate your foes, like, what's the point of them having power?
Due to the unfortunate injury on the
Oh, they
pitch in
also, I
last
think,
spring's
said that they
final,
might have had
this year's
Quidditch, but they
season
unfortunately were not
has
able to
been
implement
cancelled.
Quidditch in this game, or Wizard's Chess, which I'm okay with.
In
Unless they
enough,
made Quidditch
it's
like
not as though I
Blitzball,
bat
I don't know if I
fail
would have played it
altogether,
that much.
but
But it might have been really
don't
good.
tempt
Maybe they'll
me.
do the same.
You are here to focus on your academic
Bird brain?
futures.
Oh, dude.
I'm sure you will have
I
plenty to
love
do when
admiring
classes begin
weird and
tomorrow.
exotic birds. fun trivia fact. I don't want to own a bird though. Birds are very complicated and messy and high upkeep. I don't want to own a bird, but I like observing birds. Like if I ever go to a zoo, I love looking at like the exotic birds. If I play Pokemon, I love getting all the flying types.
Professor Weasley.
Like I will dump my starter and get whatever the regional basic bird is, and that will be my starter.
As I was
I love
saying,
birds.
I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Because honestly, if you can think your way out of any situation, then what's the limit?
It's quite
Like, who cares
uncommon
about the
for a
compassion of a
student to begin
Hufflepuff,
as a
or the
My
dominating
favorite
spirit of a
challenge.
Slytherin,
One
or the
might surely
courage
not
of a Gryffindor, whatever the fuck that means?
This is the entrance to the Ravenclaw.
I'd rather have all of them
You
underneath
resolve
my
a riddle
wing,
to
quote
enter.
unquote.
I won't be of much help, I'm afraid. This sort of thing has always confounded me.
Because think about it, this is a world of magic that is not limited by the imagination. So if you can master the mind, you master magic in this world. You can make up whatever you want.
Ghost or a
So why would I not value my mind as the most precious resource?
Non-being can never have been.
Well
Also,
done.
they utilize puns and riddles.
Go on in and get some
Automatic
sleep.
points from
You
me.
have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning.
Look
to
how
collect you
badass
for
that
your
bird
first
is. It's
class.
freaking awesome.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Nobody questions how this dude literally comes off the street and just walks in. But hey, it's Hogwarts. Strange shit happens everywhere. This is a grounds where like we have trees that can kill students right in our front yard, and giant like, you know, centaurs and spiders, and like weird ass mermaids that will murder you in their lake. Like this is an incredibly lethal school. And honestly, survival of the fittest. Look at this blue. Such a nice color here. Appleby arrows. Okay, let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. I'm not here for the sports game. Can I change my look? Because I apparently also got bonuses, like bonus cosmetic gear. But I guess I can't change my look just yet? Okay. Camera's too zoomed in. Look at these environments. Okay, we have to check out the bathrooms. You know how it goes. This is such like good detail. Damn. I feel the camera's too zoomed in though. I said that before. Oh, here's a mirror. Can I change my appearance here? Nope. Oh, this is a bathroom. Man, look at this. I feel like they didn't want to make mirrors in this world. It's hilarious. Wow, you can even enter the stalls. I'm impressed. Oh. You can even turn on the sink. Okay, they put a surprising amount of small details in here. This is growing on me. Oh, we got a chest. Oh, we need unlocking abilities. Alright, good to know. We need lockpicking. You can just walk into anybody's room.
This should be interesting.
I don't mind that my peers are gonna be tricky bastards like me. All the better for it. Keep your mind sharp.
Starting Hogwarts in your 5th year, we're not sure this is the right spot.
You can even eat the apples.
I want him to be in
The only privacy for the bath is curtains. Thanks, I hate it. Well, remember, that's until they learn the sanitary spell and wipe their own ass.
Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones.
Falling gonna have to bolt. Haven't gotten
My
past this
own
point.
little
Hey, that's fair.
profession. I bought this
I hope you
Disney
do
CD
enjoy it
from
as well,
home,
by
and
the
I
way. I'm
so
enjoying
want
this
him
game
to
so
feel
far.
cozy.
This is pretty fun.
Disney is amazing.
This is a very
isn't it?
immersive
So much
experience.
healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing.
Alright, I
for
see they're
plants,
doing
as you
the
can see.
the Mass Effect /
Nice to
Dragon
meet
Age
you.
thing,
I'm
where
Samantha.
Nice to
we
meet you,
we
Samantha.
cut cameras to
Is Disney
profile
using
shots above
Wiggenweld
the
potion?
shoulder,
It
and the
is.
characters just staring
Looks
at
like
each other,
someone's been
slightly
studying up
emoting.
on their potion
Not my
making.
favorite way of
Actually,
dialogue,
Professor
but
Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
it's commonly accepted.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma fig.
He's an enigma
Teaches about
fig?
theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
Is it a Hufflepuff who likes plants? Whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't profile here.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it.
Garlic.
And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients as long as your brews are all perfect.
That's fair. Results only.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Very cozy.
That's just brilliant, Amit. Brilliant. You'd think you could... Ah! That is not how that... Why, hello. Would you like to take a look? Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy?
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky.
It also
above the
kind of makes you
tower.
wonder why they have a
It's
regulatory
invigorating.
committee
You will
when
adore
literally
astronomy.
magic kind of doesn't have
Professor
rules.
Shaw is
But here,
incredibly knowledgeable.
but like every attempt they have to regulate things always either has like stupid loopholes, poorly thought out rules and constraints that anybody can bypass, or just doesn't apply to the greater whole of magic. Like it's there to kind of constrain dumb people and dumb wizards. And I find that the most effective form of government is this isn't here to apply to everybody. It's just here to keep the dumb people from making things worse.
I hope astronomy's on my schedule. Sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all fifth years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you.
I wonder if this is gonna be like Persona and we have to like get stronger with social links.
This should be interesting.
Because we have a bunch of named characters, and I wonder if they're going to be important to the plot.
Watch this.
Grenade!
What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted.
It's supposed to explode and kill
Right.
them.
What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters.
How does everybody know
And you
that I just survived
rather
a near-death
harrowing trip
experience?
here.
I'm glad to be here.
Such gossipy
Ready
students.
for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Hey there, new Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You'd best not keep her waiting.
I appreciate the attempts to make this look lived in.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us...
Tokukai, how's it going?
You'll need to catch up with your
These character models look awful. How is it that older games look better and more inspired? You'll have to provide some frame of reference, though, to validate that statement. Like when you say the character models look awful, specifically how? And compared to what? Like what is your frame of reference? And when you say older games look better and more inspired, you also have to provide a little bit more context than that, because you and I both know when it comes to art style, this isn't really so much an art style because it's trying to go for a photorealistic look. And in terms of photorealism, it looks pretty passable for sure, absolutely. Attention to detail, like on that book, for example, looks much better than average. And certainly much better than the fidelity, capability, and limitations based on hardware of previous games. Older games, as you would say. Now, when you say inspired, sure. It's a photorealistic art style. It's not going to be as creative as, say, almost anything else that goes for a distinct art style. So it's all relative, wouldn't you say? Even playing Parasite Eve 2 and it's a good game, don't know why people act as if it's bad, it's a better version of Resident Evil. I would agree that Parasite Eve 2 is a good game, and I also don't agree with people saying it's bad. Because in my opinion, it controls way of a hell of a lot better than Parasite Eve 1. I think Parasite Eve 1 controls like ass. Parasite Eve 1 is such garbage. It's better than Resident Evil. That is going to be certainly a take.
This way.
In terms of the monster design, probably no. In terms of some of the... Whoa, we have out-of-bounds mission failures here? You cannot go... Okay, I guess we're railroaded here. No exploring until the game says so. Their faces look rigid. This is a AAA game made in 2023. It's a generic, realistic art style. Faces do look rigid at times, no denying that. This is a AAA game made in 2023. Do recall, Tokukai, that the term AAA doesn't have a definition. That's a marketing term. So that really doesn't mean anything. Like, what does AAA actually mean? Is that a reference to budget, studio size, expectations? It doesn't mean anything. It's a marketing term. You might as well say blast processing. It's just a made-up term for marketers and news folks to really kind of throw around there. It's a generic, realistic art style. That much I will agree with you. But at the same time, don't forget that that is the most appropriate you could go for a world of Hogwarts. You know, the Harry Potter verse. Like, it's meant to be pseudo on reality. So, from that perspective, that is kind of the art style they should go with. So it's more appropriate that it goes this way. The polish, sure, could be better, but it's certainly better than average. Alright, so we're earning XP. Like I said, everything's relative. Alright, so we got skill trees here. Compared to, say, Bayonetta, Bayonetta looks a million times better in terms of unique presentation of character models, and it's an old game. The age of the game doesn't really matter in this case, Tokukai, because what we're talking about is art style. Art style doesn't matter in terms of its age, because that's why we can still continue to talk about sculptures, paintings, and art direction from 1,000 years ago. But I do agree with you, yes, Bayonetta is absolutely a very unique art style, brimming with a lot of original, like, vibrant and creative art style. But that's what it's meant on. Bayonetta has established that. This, however, is based in an established universe that would not be the most reflective style for it. Case in point, that spin-off Bayonetta game about Cereza and the woods, that's a very different art style from the expected art style of what Bayonetta has already done for its 3 main games. And for many people, that has drawn some criticism or less interest. So it goes both ways. The expected versus the carried out art styles. It's kind of about like what expectations are considered to be most appropriate. For example, this menu is actually stylized very interestingly, kind of using this card sort of format instead of being a very plain text format that they easily could have done. So there's points where things can be found. It's not easy to simply put a blanket statement. And besides, as we both know, a game is more than just its graphics. Alright, so it looks like you can earn cosmetics for doing challenges. Not that I really care about that, honestly. I'm just here for the story.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that.
Vice versa, probably Uncanny Valley kicking in. I would agree. The more closely you can resemble something to like real life, the more easy it is to find the imperfections because that's what you're most familiar with seeing.
No time to
Very
waste.
common. Like Vice versa nailed it. That is what's called Uncanny Valley. It's probably what's irritating you, honestly, Tokukai. Perfectly understandable. But in this case, well, I like how that thing just stamped. But in this case,
Revelio.
Unavoidable a little bit. Oh, I guess I have to be able to solve this using some sort of whatever. Me, I'm more of a gameplay and story person. So to me, if the game is fun to play and has an interesting story, I'm much more interested in that than
blue flames to get around a bit quicker.
like an
Your
art or
field
graphic
guide
style.
Contains a map of the castle. Open it up and
Because,
find
you know,
its
I jump
central
between playing
core.
games made this year and games made, 30 years ago. And the thing I find persists the most is going to be gameplay and story. Visuals are such a fleeting notion. I like how fast travel is used that way. That's a good way to use fast travel. What a nice 3D map. Tokukai, I prefer more stylized games. Sure. I mean, you have your preferences and other people's have theirs. Nobody's arguing. It is perfectly okay to say I prefer this type of art style. Like, I have a friend who only plays pixelated games. He does not play anything 3D. Anything at all. Doesn't matter when it was made. Doesn't matter if it was made yesterday. Doesn't matter if it was made 20 years ago. He hates everything 3D. He only does 2Ds and talks about the purity of it. Like I said, there's no accounting for taste. Everybody has different tastes. It's okay. It ain't that deep. Oh, they actually want me to... Okay, so there's actually a lot of fast travel points here to go through. I guess that means they mapped out the entire castle in 3D. That's kind of cool.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly
Sounds
to
based to
Central
me.
Hall.
That's one way of looking at it. I view it as very narrow-minded.
You can get
To me,
almost anywhere in
I
the
prefer
castle
looking at how
quickly
effective
from
something is to
Central Hall.
delivering its intended message and experience
Or if
versus
something
it
happening
conforming
here
to my
is
own
the
personal
heart of the
preferences.
party.
Because the
Our
world of
king's
games is so much
cross
larger than my
patiently.
own specific tastes that while I don't need to appreciate
That should be
everything
all
about
for
it,
now.
it
You'll
is
be
important to
expected
realize
attend
that
both
this is
Charles
really
and
important to
Defense
other
Against the
people,
Dark
even if
Arts
it's not
classes
important to me.
today.
And how
And
well
I'd like
something
to be
does
sure
its
you get to
job
Hogsmeade
is
as
a much
soon
more
as possible
fascinating
to
discussion
erase
than
the
how much
scars
I
you lost on the
individually
way
like
here.
it. Because honestly, and I'm sure you've experienced this, nobody cares about my personal opinion on a personal art style, so what's the point in discussing it? Isn't it a lot more interesting to talk about what this, like how well it's been accomplished and how it's improving the experience or detracting from it? I find that a much more fascinating discussion than just saying, I like it, it's good, or I don't like it, it's bad. Wow, amazing. Such a deep conversation. It's like arguing ice cream flavors. Like, you go in, you don't expect you to like every single ice cream flavor, but to argue about which is the best ice cream flavor, like, come on, that's what little kids do when they got nothing better to do. It's good for somebody. Isn't that good enough?
Defense against the dark arts is required for those who aspire to become aurors. Fortunately,
also, you get those people that like hardcore die on these ice cream hills, where it's like, I like strawberry, therefore if you do not like strawberry, that means you hate all ice cream. You must hate chocolate if you like strawberry. It's like, I can like chocolate and strawberry even at the same time. I just think strawberry is really good. Amazing how deep some people read into what you like or dislike. Crazy when you say something and people hear something radically different. I learned this lesson, was reminded of it actually very recently, on I can say something and people can hear something completely different with Final Fantasy VII Remake. When I said Tifa and Barrett's daughter Marlene, and people thought I said Tifa and Barrett's daughter Marlene, and I realized, and like more than one person said that. It wasn't the majority, but it really made me realize, wow, I can say something and people can hear something completely different. And what's weird to me is a lot of people would also be, hey, you said the wrong thing. I'm like, I did not misspeak, you misheard. There's a difference.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins, and I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare...
Tokukai artist objective in my eyes. How is that possible? How can art be objective when it is inherently a subjective perception?
I wouldn't say
what you like is subjective. Well, yeah, and art is similarly subjective. How is art objective? Especially when you say art is objective in your eyes, which is inherently a subjective statement. You can't honestly say that a bowl of poop has more artistic merit than an oath of Haradi? I actually don't know what that is. I apologize.
Good luck today.
The Oath of Haradi? What is the Oath of Haradi? But I can say that a bowl of poop can only be considered artistic to as many people as you can convince that's true. Because it is subjective, it means it is as true as many people are willing to believe it. If enough people believe that it's absolutely art, then it will go in a museum. If enough people think it's just another bowl of common poop, then it's just going to be flushed or thrown across the street. That's kind of the more truth to it. Prince Darian, how's it going? You wait the next recapitation? I'm working on the script for it. I'm hoping I can get it done by the end of this week, but we'll see.
You and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins.
Tokukai, I disagree. That's appealing to bandwagon. By such logic, the Earth is flat if enough people believe it. What if I told you, Tokukai, that at one point in science history, enough people did believe the Earth was flat? What if I told you that people thought the Earth was the center of the universe, and if you disagreed, you were shot? It's funny how relative everything is. Like, you say that's illogical, but that is exactly how the world works. There's too much historical evidence for that. It is as true as many people believe it. And I know what you're trying to say. That doesn't make it factually true. And I would agree with you, but that doesn't matter. The truth can be easily reframed as much as the human mind is willing to believe it. That's what makes it so fascinating.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think...
Lael, how's it going? Did you choose Ravenclaw? I did not choose... Well, I didn't choose Ravenclaw. What I did is I imported my sorting from the website. And the website sorted me into Ravenclaw. I'm like, I'm fine with that.
We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility
with your time, then she would.
They had guns back then? Oh yeah, they
And she
totally
may
had
feel
guns back
obliged
then.
to
I
share
mean, at the very
details
least, were
with the
probably stabbed,
headmaster
burned,
that would be
whatever.
better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are,
But yeah,
I
like,
believe the ability you possess
it's kind of like the
obliges you to be
difference between wisdom and
well-trained.
intelligence.
Happily, you have the benefit of an
Tokukai, it's like
exceptionally skilled
intelligence
team of
is
witches and
knowing
wizards
that a
to
tomato
guide
is a
you.
fruit, and wisdom is
Speaking of
knowing that you don't put it
guides,
in a fruit salad.
And so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Alright, so we got the main quest, which is good, because I think that's kind of what I want to pursue while we're streaming, is just the main quest. Oh boy, some quests are locked by spell or level requirements, which means we have XP gating. I hope that means that we don't have to grind too much in this game to get to past these gates. We're gonna find out. I really hope that's not the case. Looks like we have to do side quests for a little bit. It looks like we're not going to be able to just do just the main quest. We're going to have to basically level up, per se. Levioso. I thought it was Leviosa. Maybe things got updated with modern magic.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
If everything is subjective, then 2 + 2 = 5. Tokukai, I hate to break it to you, but you can mathematically prove that 2 + 2 = 5. If you're not aware, look it up. You're not going to like the answer, but the examples you provide are kind of showing the limitations of your ability to conduct this discussion. And I don't mean that insultingly. I'm just pointing out that you keep bringing up examples that kind of fall on their face. I feel the philosophy of this discussion is kind of being cast aside. Ooh, I wonder what this does. This is clearly a puzzle. If you harbor any doubts about that, jump into my Discord and add a guy named Will who's a mathematician on there, and he will be more than happy to explain to you in lucid detail exactly why that is. And while our functional understanding of reality in regards to mathematics, both the flaws and veracity of it. Fascinating if you want to listen to somebody discuss that. Can I not open this big ass door? Oh, I can. Okay, just push forward. I think that was a loading door. I think they said we're in the Scottish Highlands. Is that where Hogwarts is? The Scottish Highlands? I don't know my made-up geography. I barely know my made geography. It's a cat. Oh look, you can pet the cat. Don't feed stray cats, by the way. Alright, so this is going to be the first challenge, which is figure out how the hell to get to point A to point B. And with someone like me who gets lost constantly, this is going to be quite the struggle. But maybe when in my wandering around, I'll unlock a bunch of fast travel points. That's my hope. Like, this looks like a classroom. Oh, wait, we got a reveal thing here.
Revelio.
We got lore. Oh, you get a lot of XP for that lore. There's some pretty detailed things here.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Oh, I think I got a flu thing unlocked. Yeah, I did. It was right there. Man, okay. Green lights. Search for that. So at least am I wandering around and getting lost? I'm actually exploring and unlocking. Yeah, here we go. Food networks. There we go. All per plan. Look at this nice lighting. Look at this stained glass. You have to appreciate the fine details. The marble flooring.
Not sure he's in at the present moment, the headmaster. Would be sure to tell him how very much you despise him. If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you.
Locked doors, Iron Maidens. Oh, they're playing actual classical music. Wait, what just... Oh. Is that chest looking at me? It is looking at me.
Revelio.
Oh, so Revelio also shows locked chests. So it's like a scan. What's the range on it? Okay, it's not that far. Maybe I can upgrade that. Ooh, there's so many interesting little bit bops here. It does kind of scratch the itch to want to explore a little bit. Alright, we got more crazy stuff there. Here we go, Flu Network.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
You can easily get lost in this castle. Which I think is more important for me, who will actually get lost in this castle. I am not going to remember all these names. See, killing people with blunt...
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black
Can't you use
skull.
magic to fix it?
It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death.
Prince Daring, whenever I get lost in a game, I'm no longer having fun. That's just the story of my life. I'm navigationally challenged, so I get lost all the time.
A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the
In Rage
value
Goop, I just
of
spent 2 hours delving in a
simplicity,
time cube. I'm definitely ready for
especially
2 plus
in
2
heat
equals
of
5.
battle.
Yeah.
Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
So, that's kind of nice how they kind of emulate the swish and flick canonically. With this sort of mini game. Thank God you don't have to do it over and over. Imagine if this had like motion controls, it would make you do that. What a pain in the ass that would be.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent. Levioso. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Alright, so Levioso's used as a shield bake. That's kind of cool.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by
Mortal
duel.
Kombat.
We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
I love how we're openly allowed to just initiate combat.
Using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
1v1 me, bro.
This should be easy. Levioso! Stupid Protego. Complicates things.
I thought she was going to, like, you know, penalize me for using Stupefy.
Protego.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel.
No, you just shoot him in between the legs.
I do enjoy lively duel.
Levioso.
What I like is that you don't really have a limit on that.
Want your opponent assigned to attack you or defend yourself.
Levioso.
Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Levioso.
Okay, I'm mashing R2, but he doesn't always do the instant cast.
Protego.
Levioso.
I feel for a tutorial, he has way too much health. Like, it's just a tutorial, man. We get it. I guess they really want you to practice.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank
As
you,
long as it's
Professor.
academically
Glad to have
supported,
the
we
opportunity to
encourage
practice.
open violence
If
at
what
this
I've seen
school.
today is any indication, we can
Survival of the
expect great
fittest. I
things
agree.
from
That is the law.
I demand excellence from my students.
Rules of
They
nature.
are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's
Can you talk to literally anybody?
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizard.
Does everybody have a name here?
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel. You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition.
I wonder if they really did name every single student in this entire school.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep.
Nice work.
That's actually kind of an impressive amount of detail if they
I
did.
enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft.
And we're all
with knowledge.
fifth years here.
Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Yeah, take that, eat shit and die.
Fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't.
I technically cheated because I used Stupefy and that wasn't per the rules.
Fit for a certain
But you know, ends
exclusive,
justify the means in this world.
unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and
Underground
unsanctioned.
student combat. I'm immediately intrigued.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then.
Rules are
Whether
just
joining
a matter of
secret
perspective in
dueling
this
club
world.
Or sneaking into the restricted section of the library. You just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today
I
was
wonder what
sheer
his
luck
fighting pit name
or
is.
actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Level 2. Yeah. Alright, go to Charms class. Have I found that yet? Side quest already available.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Oh, actually, the Flu Network's on my little mini-map. I just now see that. Always have to have our spot of magic tea. Oh, okay, I'm about to say, like, where is it? But there's a tiny little arrow on top of it to show you that it's above you. Man, these maps are going to be the death of me. Okay, there's one right there. So it sounds like somebody's getting murdered. How do I go up? Oh, actually, I wonder if it is like Hogwarts where like the stairs change periodically and they just go different areas at different times. I don't see a way of going up. I'm another cat. Some weird magical plants. I'm looking at the minimap and I feel it's thoroughly useless. Oh, there's chests that are marked though. I bet I have to unlock them with the unlocking spell that I don't have.
Revelio.
That clearly goes up and down. It's an elevator. Man, there is so much stuff in this little castle. They sure packed this up. It'll be interesting to see if they pack the outside with useful stuff or if it's just a bunch of useless, like the trifecta of boring side quests, which is, you know, go over here, kill a thing, collect X many of Y object, or go over here and talk to a person. Is there a Flu network that's close to where I am? I'm totally in the wrong area. Do you drink Wilkins coffee? I do not. I'm actually not that big of a coffee drinker, to be honest with you. I'm much more of a tea drinker. Huh. Alright, let's attempt to go to where we're supposed to go. Alright, so according to this, it's straight up. It should be straightforward. Maybe. Wait, was this a classroom that we were already at and we got lost at the first time? Oh, what's that? Oops, this is the witch's bathroom. Fast travel point.
What are you up to now?
Ooh, chest. Nope. Alright, this is definitely a classroom. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the Black family. A lot of references to current Harry Potter culture. All right. I already forgot how to fast travel. Like, how do I bring up my fast travel points? Map, maybe? No, it just brought up that. Okay. Oh, so you actually have to hover over it. That's where I am, though. So the Charms Classroom is further up. I just need to get there somehow. Apparently there's a lot more up. Okay. Is this game on PC? It is. You can absolutely get it on Steam. The reason why I got it on PlayStation is because they paid extra to have 1 year access to this bonus area and dungeon and some potion that gives you bonus luck and the ability to find treasure easier. It's really minor, but honestly, if we're gonna choose the differences, then if I have access to all the different versions, then why not just pick the version that gives me the most content, you know?
Necessarily want him to get back to the level.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. The summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
It's good to know that we're all equally slackers.
Well, it seems that we are in dire
Our
need
Selfron.
of review.
Did I say that right?
Everyone
What's up?
get into pairs
I'm doing pretty
and take
good.
positions on opposite sides of the classroom.
It's a fun experience when you
Now
just kind of
let's put
crack
those
open a
textbooks
new
to
game
use
and just kind
the blunt
of dive on
objects
in.
you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
Get over here.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice.
You might think he's posturing a lot, Professor Ronan, but to be honest, I've absolutely had professors who also posture just as much as this. Sometimes you wonder if they like to hear the sound of their own voice. Surprisingly relevant example.
After me.
He's got energy at least. I remember one time I had this, I think it was Matrix-based Calculus 3, I think was the course, and my professor, I used to call him a drive-by instructor because he would be like 5 minutes late consistently, and then he would rush into the class, just immediately start talking and writing on the whiteboard just non-stop, doesn't take questions, doesn't stop, doesn't care if you're paying attention. Like, you're just struggling to keep up with, like, okay, he's talking about something new, what is he talking about? You're like going through the book trying to catch up horribly, and then as soon as he's done at the very end, dashes out, takes no questions, doesn't give a shit if you understood anything, just immediately goes into his office, and it's up to the TA if you want any help whatsoever. He was a drive-by professor. I hated that. I was like, you are so unhelpful.
At the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
I think the R2 on my controller is messed up because sometimes it's pulling in when I'm not even fully pressing it, which I think is influencing why I'm not able to rapidly tap, because I'm rapidly tapping now and you notice that it's not even registering. Yeah, there's something wrong with my R2. It never worked right ever since I took off haptic feedback for God of War Ragnarok because I thought it was stupid, and it's never worked right ever since then. Like, the controller's like, no, you gotta use haptic feedback for everything.
Splendid.
Oh, too much.
That's it.
A little bit more? Yeah, that's 50 points right there.
Very good.
A little bit more? That's on the line. That's probably 30, though.
Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge?
Bradley, I had a professor that basically never had class and just posted all the assignments at once and said, do this stuff to pass. I had to take a 3D graphics course.
Yes, sir.
And he did not allow us to use existing graphical engines like Maya to create stuff like water and stuff like that. We had to build all our own graphics engines from scratch. Okay, they're just gonna straight up get the 50. Damn, Nat. Alright. That's too far. Damn. Yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
Watch this.
Okay, she's playing with some dark magic. That thing stopped way too quickly.
That is how it's done.
Nat's got some shenanigans going on. Stay. Whew.
Excellent.
Here we go. Yes!
I wonder if I can knock her balls off. Don't take that out of context. You can. I should have just pulled it off.
Quite impressive.
I want a rematch.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Oh, sweet.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I wonder if I can knock off one of her points and make her lose. Whoa, she's phased through me. She's a ghost.
This round settles it all.
Let us see this. Phew.
Ah, too much pull again. Brutal.
What's this?
How does she perfectly get hers to stop like that?
That is how it's done.
Splendid!
Here we go.
Interesting.
There we go.
Oh, there's no way I can beat her even a perfect score.
Accio.
I got the hang of it though.
Nicely done.
I just want to point out I'm using a second-hand wand. You know, just want to say we're on the same footing. I'm a hard puller. Yeah, what can I say? My pull-out game is pretty tight.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
I like how uninterested my character looks.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year.
Wagadu?
My mother received an offer to teach.
Is that a real
divination
place?
here.
Or is that a
Before
Harry
I
Potter
left,
place?
We had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Oh, she's Ugandan. Why would she transfer all the way from Uganda all the way over here? Yeah, that's my first question is, do they just not have magic?
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without
You
a
can
wand.
cast spells without a
yes.
wand. Everyone can cast
I
spells
find
without a
wandless
wand.
magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand.
Everybody can cast magic
I
without a
must
wand.
admit, however,
The wand
that
is just
I
a
am growing
focus.
Quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Okay.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountains.
Actually, that sounds pretty cool.
I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me.
That'd be cool to go to a giant
enormous
floating
school
mountain
that
castle.
seemed to be floating in midair.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts.
Honestly, seeing more international
Professor
schools
Ronan wants to
to
talk
me
to
is a
you.
lot more interesting for the
Better
world
not
building.
keep him waiting.
Like the part where they went to like the
Until
different
next time.
European schools and just kind of like talked about that, like the one from like
course,
Germany and the one from
can use
France.
Accio
Like
on you.
it'd be cool to see that.
If you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expect?
By the way, everybody, there's a
Lesson
Nintendo
is
Direct
a
tomorrow.
talented witch. Take it in
It's one of the
stride.
long ones
One
too, where they
often
talk
gains
about the
the
stuff that's
most
coming
from
out in the
the
next couple of
battles one
months.
has
But
lost.
as usual,
Of course,
you're gonna get those
It was a challenging
overly
match.
zealous
This
folks
Unai
who are
is
gonna wish for
always
the
a
moon
fierce competitor,
And because they don't get the moon, they're not going to get the moon tomorrow. But when they don't get the moon, they get very upset and they hate everything. We go through this every single direct. It's like every time we have a presentation from anybody, just check your expectations. Realize that it's a buffet. Not everything is going to be for you or about you. Every game is different for different people. Just take what you like, you know, have your takeaways, and move on with your life. But man, some people act like this is like serious, serious business. Like, who cares if they don't announce a Switch Pro? That rumor's been around for years. Just whatever they show, you know? If you have some stuff you like, great. If they have some stuff you don't like, who cares? It wasn't for you.
How was your first day coming
Life moves on. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to talk to her.
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Would be cool if she was from Wakanda. Wouldn't that be a name reference? Well, WB doesn't have access to that. Speaking of Wakanda, Wakanda Forever was just recently added to Disney Plus. Pretty good movie, actually. I was afraid, based on the first trailer, that it was going to be a little bit too pandery and dwell a little bit too much on the death of T'Challa in reference to like the actual actor being dead. And I thought they were going to dwell a little bit too much on that, but they didn't. And I was really glad. Like, it was a well-done plot with good dialogue. Shuri ended up developing in a much more interesting way, a believable way, which I liked. And honestly, it was... And I liked how, like, Namor was a well-written enough guy to where, like, he kind of was right the entire time. And I guess this is spoilers, but the nation in question... Like, they talk about the faults on both sides, which I really appreciate. Especially since a lot of the overly popular aspects are fortunately swept aside with much more realistic conversations. That's about as vague as I can be without being too spoilery. But no, it actually exceeded my expectations. It was pretty good. I liked it. I like a lot more of the grounded stories. A lot more character development. Not as much as the ooh-ah spectacle of being too action-oriented, you know? I like how there were themes and lessons. I need to unlock the unlocking spell. Ooh, we got more of these. There's got to be a trick here. Oh wait. Oh, this is a riddle, isn't it? So unicorn and 4 and something else equals 12, which means that 3, 0 and something else equals 5. Oh, it's a riddle. It's like reverse algebra. Oh, and 2 of the question mark. So 2x plus 4 plus unicorn equals 12, meaning x plus 3 plus 0 equals 5. Wait, how does that even work? Or is it times or is it addition? Well, it has to be addition, right? Oh, I wonder if you can brute force this, because you could just do every single one. Let me see if that's exactly how it works. Oops. I guess we do a spider now. Oh, nope, there's something else. You can't brute force it. There's something else about this, then.
Revelio.
How do you solve this riddle, I wonder? Oh, well. I'm sure it'll be explained to me later. I thought it was a math puzzle. Okay. Patrick, yes for recap. Well, it remains to be seen. So far, there's enough on this game. Like, we're still in pretty much the tutorial part, but this has potential where it has a main quest to where it can be, honestly, recap potential if we just do the main story. Which I think I may end up doing. I may do the side stuff just on my own on the side, off stream, and do the main quest here on stream for recording purposes.
Your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Oh my god, I just now noticed on my mini-map. How did I not activate that before? It shows you the path on how to get to wherever you're going for your marked objective. That wasn't always there. How did I activate it this time? And not last time when I was looking around like an idiot. Is it because I activated all the flu networks in this wing, or was I just dumb and somehow just didn't click it properly? Entirely plausible that I was just dumb. Oh, and there's already a flu thing there.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking.
Umber Hulk just stepped out for a minute. Have any students been maimed yet? We are allowed to bully students. They don't care as long as you don't get caught, which I think is a very liberating rule.
Excuse, Deke.
Where it's like anything's on the table as long as you don't get caught.
There you are.
I enjoy the morally flexible educational environment here.
I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your...
That's just what private school is like. I'll take your word for it.
Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
I do like that you can kind of challenge people to Mortal Kombat at almost any point.
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Hooray.
Professor Ronan did
I mean, these are probably side quests.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade, I mentioned...
I wonder if you can romance any of the girls.
To replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes...
I want to build up my social links so I can power up my personas.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand...
Oni, you should turn off haptic feedback systems side instead of from the game. Oh, I know, because I went into my controller and turned it off, and ever since I did that, my controller's R2 to this day is messed up. I turned it off on the controller itself, because you can do that. You can go to the controller settings, turn off haptic feedback, and ever since then, my R2 has been messed up. I even tried turning it back on and turning it back off again. It's still messed up to this day.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well.
I wonder if I were to say typical Sony hardware,
Perhaps Sebastian Sallow
if that
or
would
Nat
irritate
Siona.
anybody in chat.
I've noticed you
I would say it
spending
if it
time
would
with
absolutely irritate somebody. Natty beat me, so she earns my respect.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow.
Theophilus.
If you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Speaking of social links and other relationship things. I think it's hilarious that the recent Fire Emblem Engage, a lot of people are mad that it plays too much like a Fire Emblem game, which is it focuses on the combat and the levels and the combat itself versus shipping and marriage and all that sorts of stuff like some of the relationship-based Fire Emblems have been, because it doesn't indulge in that. I find that absolutely hilarious. I'm like, you're mad at a Fire Emblem game for being Fire Emblem. Gotcha. Is there a hidden treasure here? Oh no, it's pointing downward. God, that arrow is so small.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do.
Boo, how dare you call my kid like that? Hey, I wasn't calling it anybody. Any relations, living or dead.
Makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so.
I wonder
as
if
well,
once you
but
get the
first,
killing curse in this
it shall
game, if you
ask
can
that
just
you
literally
complete
kill
a
any
few
student.
preliminary
I wonder if you can
tasks
actually
to hone
empty
your
out this
magic.
castle. I would be
have arranged
impressed
some for
if this
today.
game lets you
See them
literally
through
kill
and then
every
report back to
non-essential
me.
NPC.
We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
So fans are upset it's no longer a waifu simulator. Yeah, pretty much. That won't stop people from shipping. But yes, there are people that are legitimately upset Fire Emblem is not a waifu simulator. Kind of like how it's always been. That's not fair, though. There have been, even in the older Fire Emblems, just not some of the ones that were released in America, that you did have marriages that resulted in generational units.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. Revelio.
Collect a flying page near
This
the
is the
broken
right
statue.
area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Oh, there it is. Can I lock on? I can lock on. Okay, cool.
Got it.
Oh, what's this?
Revelio.
The bottom of the statue is glowing blue. I mean, the whole thing's glowing blue, but like the bottom especially. It has those little runes that were like on that. They're glowing, so there's something up with the statue. Nope. When in doubt, try smashing.
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Might some kind soul help me?
That is the most direct response for a side quest. Might a random stranger help me? Really? Zenobia, though. When I hear Zenobia, I think of the Queen Zenobia from Resident Evil Revelations.
Are you alright?
Don't you know who
Nope.
I am? Zenobia Noak. The girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoil sports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping
Hi, I'm a
someone would
social
want to
loser
play.
in this school that
Are you familiar
rewards
with
merit
gobstones?
and excellence.
balls,
And because I
like
can't keep
marbles,
up, I begrudge the system and blame everybody.
And if you lose,
Sorry,
they
Zenobia, I
spray you
don't
with a
support
foul
victim
smelling
mentality.
liquid.
How about you just get good? Also, may I remind you that the school permits murder as long as you can get away with it, so I'm sure somebody as detested as you can be a survivor and work the system to your advantage.
Gobstones?
Not that I'm
like a fun
encouraging that.
challenge.
I'm just saying
What
it's
I
an
tried
option.
to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for
See?
losing.
She hates being bullies but loves to bully people when it comes to
And now there is one
gobstones.
of
It
the
is always the
worst
responsibility of the victim to be
Everett
the
and
oppressor.
Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken
Tom
my
Brady, hello.
gobstones
How's it going?
And hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Boo, there's only supposed to be 16 spells in the game. I mean, sure. It's kind of, each of the spells so far do have a combat function, but so far seem to also have an out-of-combat, like, utility function. Kind of like Zelda in that way, where you kind of have a bag of tools. Like, they are weapons, but they're also tools for exploration and stuff like that. And I think that's cool.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back.
How about you
on my
learn
own.
magic and get your
I don't think I
goddamn
know the
stones
necessary
yourself?
spells yet.
We're in a magic school.
Perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
I mean, I am very talented, and I am very much a 5th year.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Nice to know that you would if you could.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
Oh, well, have you tried, I don't know, getting good?
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me.
Nah, I'll
again.
be too busy hating you and verifying your self-bias against the world.
Stone by myself in no time.
Woe is me. Everyone in school hates me, including you, random stranger. Okay, what is up with this? I'll help Zenobia, but I don't like her attitude. Oh, wait. I'm automatically assigned to her side quest? Nope. Hold on. There we go.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Okay, how do I deactivate this side quest? I am not interested in the side quest. You get a legendary cape. I would not wear a cape unless it's a really cool cape. Oh, I guess I get these legendary gloves. How do I change my appearance? Oh, I got gear. Here we go. There we go. Okay, let's fashion up. Got the black gloves, looking good. Oh, we got stats we have to worry about. Hold on. Has no magical properties, and I'm not wearing them. We're here to min-max. Alright, we get wand handles. Nice. I wonder if I have to prestige twice to get a tripod for my wand. No, I'm not wearing that. Sell gear, make money. That's what we're all about. Oh, we have rarities here? Or is this well-appointed something different? Whoa, okay. We got cosmetics and we got fashion. The only difference is the tie. I like this. Looks a bit more noble. Alright, we got the scrub robes. Ooh, look at that. Very nice. I almost feel like not wearing a robe just so I can separate myself. But I still want to rep my school. This looks way too standoffish, though. A little too pretentious. A popper's scarf? I'm not wearing that. You get flying mounts and brooms. You get upgrades. That's nice. Okay. Oh wait, she gives me wand handles? Ooh, I don't know. I may want that after all. She's gonna give me wand handles. Alright, let's get our Reparo spell going.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too
The
much.
chest stalks you,
completed the
steampunky.
assignments,
Dude,
Professor.
I'm willing to bet that
Marvelous.
that thing is
You
like a
clearly know
mimic.
your way
You
around
get close and it
basic charms.
devours you.
Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and
Spoonie Bard,
movements.
Zenobia cast
I
Guilt
want
Trip.
to
It was
see
super
some
effective.
vigor.
I know, right?
Now, one
Little
at
do I
the
know
ready.
that she actually
Yes,
has a
sir.
charm spell going, which is, oh, feel sorry for me, random stranger. Do my bidding, and then I'm a sucker and actually fall for it. So in a way, she's kind of right. It's like, you dress like you're better than me? It's because I am better than you, or at least in terms of the schools. Like, stay mad. I'm sorry, how many of you have gone up in the near-death experience with a dragon and won? Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water.
You're letting your power go to your head. I'm a Ravenclaw. Of course all my power comes from my head.
Perhaps a jilted lover.
Get over yourself.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Oh, he's gonna remind me of the side quest regardless of what I do. Okay, that's fine. Alright, do I have any other random stuff? Main quest. Ancient magic throw. We should learn some judo. Visit Hogsmeade to gather your supplies. Got it. Alright, real fast, I'm going to take a very quick break and get some water. Everybody, also make sure you stand up, stretch, stay hydrated. I will be right back. Okay, and I'm back. By the way, thank you very much, everybody who replied to my community message the other day and was well-wishing for me being a bit under the weather last week and not streaming. So thank you very much for that. Also got a lot of interesting suggestions for people for stuff they wanted to see recaps on. I think the one that surprised me the most was Lunar. Because man, you really don't hear people clamoring for Lunar. And a lot of people asking for Tales. And I'm all down for doing another Tales game, even though they're pretty long. I just hope people watch it. Alright, me and Natty knew the entrance to Hogwarts. Actually, maybe we should do this. No, I'll do the side quest when I come back. I don't think these are timed. Yeah, it's okay, do I get a side quest from this kid? Or, what is this icon here?
Revelio.
Oh, there is a chest here. 2 chests here. So this thing can see through walls. Oh, it's one of these puzzle doors. Okay. Do we have to learn these runes? Like what they mean numerically, and that's how we solve the puzzle? Ooh, the moving portraits. Man, there's such an attention to detail in this game. Like, say what you will about the game so far and what you may or may not like, but one thing you can't deny is there's absolutely an attention to detail from the architectural and furnishing department. The artists here showed up, that's for sure.
Revelio.
That's what I thought. I noticed that during each of these landmarks there seems to be one of these lore pages. Oh, and a weird-ass mirror.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy.
What does barmy mean?
I'm potty.
I'm not British enough to know what that means. Can anybody translate?
I never noticed it before.
What is barmy?
If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Oh, there's a page behind me.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind, but I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest.
Ooh, I like riddles.
If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Alright, first things first.
Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating the soul.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Okay, we actually just passed that hallway with the giant fat man statue. I smell treasure. We should probably take a look. There's something regarding butterflies.
If you lean forward on your broom just right.
Where were we for that? What hallway were we just going through? Was it through the big doors? Oh, actually, it's literally pointing me to it. I don't know why I'm overthinking it. The game's literally telling me where to go.
Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Oh, okay. This is one of those fetch quests. Do I cast Lumos again? What am I supposed to do here? Oh, so you just strike the painting. Makes sense.
I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
I sure hope the cursed tome I have is not a homunculus. I wonder if this is related to the other one. Like, maybe you can set the double question mark to mean something, and then you go down and you solve it? I'm immediately intrigued, and I like that. I like that it's not immediately obvious.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You fool! I wanted to solve it. I challenge you to Mortal Kombat.
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide him off.
Chaos
back to the
Kitten.
frame.
Barmy means mad or crazy.
Pity I was so close to
Thank you.
solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles.
I hope I can rely on you
that
for your
too.
quick Googling skills or your
So-
knowledge of
Although he does tend to over-explain.
British terms.
Well, I'm glad someone.
The common rooms are so nice. Oh, I'm telling you, since I loaded up this game, I've just been consistently impressed by the attention to detail in this. They did such a fascinating job making this just a visually interesting environment that I'm just like a casual Harry Potter fan, you know, read the books, saw the movies, and that's literally the extent of it. And I really feel like there's a good bit of immersion in this world in terms of bringing this place vibrantly to life. You cannot discount that there's a lot of effort into making this just feel like lived in. Very good design so far on this.
I really have made a mess of this.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way.
And the
I'm
amount of
afraid
people, the
everything's
NPCs
not
that they
all right.
individually name,
Maybe
wow,
I've
that's
spotted
kind of
trouble
cool
with
that they
the
all gave them,
librarian.
probably not the
I'm
same
fond of
individual
creating my own
voices, but certainly
charms.
individual names.
Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused
I feel
the
like a lot of
mighty
these are
words
going to
of
be
feather
busy
with
work, but
bird in my
because there appears to be
incantation.
story
Because
gates
when
that
I
are
opened
gated
my
by
bag just
XP
now in the
or
library,
gear,
literally
and I
took
really hope I don't have to
flight.
worry about gear. It seems we'll have to do a lot of these fetch quests.
That sounds a rather complicated way to simply avoid carrying your books.
Possibly. But where's the fun in simplicity? New charms and spells have to come from someone. Why not me? I collect the books and remove the charm myself. Except this
Like,
isn't
the
the
facial
first
animations
time one
could
of
be
my
a bit
charms
better,
has
but
threatened a
honestly,
piece
that's
of
such
the
a small
library.
nitpick
Our meat
when it comes to the amount of
told
details that's on
Madam
everything
Scrivener
else
they were
around
my
here.
books flying around.
It just
So she
means that
said
that's
if
where
I
the
caused her
animation
any more
opportunity
trouble,
is,
she'd write
and they
to my
didn't go
parents.
super expensive and to
You
try to
could
do
get
like
them for me.
everybody
There were
is
only 5.
facially
She
captured.
won't be
Because if
suspicious of a
they
new
went with like
student
full
looking
face
around.
capture on everybody, that would have been too expensive for the wrong reasons. You don't need to have everybody look cinematically, like, you know, accurate in terms of that. A lot of cinematic focus games, like especially on the PlayStation, it's a meme at this point, but the fact that they use that Sony Pictures technology to basically just do face scan real people in because they're too lazy to animate, it makes you kind of appreciate the era of gaming where you actually had to animate a model instead of just literally scanning over an actual person's face and body motion with mocap. You know, every studio is different. I think they put the effort into the world building itself, which is, I feel, where the effort should be.
Why did Army tell?
Otherwise,
Madam
this is
Scrivener
very kind of
they
like,
were
you
your
know,
books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't
golden
think
era
it meant any
BioWare
harm.
with Mass Effect
I think
Dragon
he was
Age in terms of them
impressed,
going back and
bragging on my
forth,
behalf.
staring blankly
spent
at
a
each
lot of
other
time
as they
gazing
just
at the
kind of like, you know, you go through these
stars, but he
conversation
made the
options and learn
charms
more
easy.
lore, and they are kind of stiff, admittedly, but that's kind of the charm. No pun intended.
I suppose
It reminds me of that.
if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong
Voice acting is
hands.
actually pretty good, though.
If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I have more things positive to say about this game than negative. What I like is that the mood immediately, despite the fact that the game opens up with a dude literally getting murdered, and I find that hilarious. Ooh, look at that. And a chest. Let's go. The trifecta school robe. I need to remember that I need to cast this every time I see something kind of weird, but it's kind of hard to tell because a lot of this stuff is weird. Whoa. Found our first glitch. Whoa! Alright, we found our first glitch there. It's hard to tell if that was in fact magic or if that was absolutely a bug. I'm willing to bet that was a bug. That was hilarious. I need to clip that. You have enough British friends to understand their terms. I appreciate you speaking their tongue. We are very fat-tongued Americans here, and so unfortunately do not have the finesse of the Queen's language.
How inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Back in my day, we didn't have flu powder. We had to make it from scratch with our bare hands.
When someone says something nice to you, it's only because they want. Hello.
Or was that 215? I'm gonna remember that. I need to make a new clips B-roll for glitches that I catch.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you need to go to Hogsmeade. You must be eager to have your own things again. And to see the village.
The stream's lagging. It will do that sometimes. I apologize. My internet is terrible.
I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade experience.
I'm doing what I can with my Wi-Fi off my neighbor's hotspot that he's getting from stealing from his Starbucks. You know, I can only get so much. I apologize. Ooh, it did dip there though. That's for sure. Come on, Steam. Or not Steam, Streamlabs.
Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Really?
Yes. I had planned to extend an invitation to you.
It is
yourself.
buckling right
I
now.
thought you
Good
might
lord,
enjoy a
stream.
birthday in the village. The timing
Whenever I
of
talk shit
Professor
about it.
Weasley's owl was perfect.
Slow walking section for loading purposes. Oh no, she can actually speed up a bit. That's good. Are we gonna get into the open world now?
I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient rooms. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas. But that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Christine is adorable. She is, honestly.
I don't mind the cold so much, but it has taken.
She definitely has that
to.
must protect vibe going on. Like I said, it'd be nice if you could actually. Sorry, guys. Nice that you can shove people aside.
Oh, wait, over here.
Good bit of tangibility to this
I
world.
often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in
If you put them in a bottle, they'll lead you to the nearest monster once you have enough tracks and research. These are like trumpet lilies, I guess, is the pun. Excuse me, guys, again. Bam.
Look, from the forbidden.
But yeah, despite the fact that a dude literally gets murdered in the opening of this game, it's very chill. Oh, it's a hippogriff.
I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Those things will also kill you.
I think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's a very chill game so far. Kind of digging that.
That's the forbidden forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off
Because
limits?
people die there.
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think they're calling it forbidden.
You see that mountain? You can go there.
Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin. I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? Hmm. She knows more about me than I had thought. I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be gleaned outside of the castle walls. How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange.
Lake.
Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
Oh, can I mine that?
What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
Oh, you can. Oh, cool.
But it is beautiful here too.
Moonstone.
And getting out of
Nice.
the castle and
Maybe I can make a
exploring
moonstone
helped me to
greatsword out of
adjust
that.
quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too.
All of my relatives work.
Okay, not every NPC is named, so we got Gryffindor student generic. But in school, I think they named a lot of people.
He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy, guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Poor Mr. Moon. A demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village.
Wow, the range on this is pretty impressive. I love just RPG nitpick right here. I love that when I mine the resources, it's A, very quick, B, the resources are immediately picked up to me. I don't have to stop and pick them up. Thank you for that quality of life choice.
Thank you.
Because Lord knows, if you got materials for crafting, I don't enjoy the chore of having to necessarily do all the manual labor. I know some people do. I find it more immersive, but that's a pass for me. You know, I've always wanted to go to Universal, I think, and visit Hogsmeade or whatever. Here it's a very fun experience. I still haven't done it yet.
It is hard to
I kind of want to go with a
start.
friend though. I don't want to go by myself. I think it'd be kind of awkward to just go there by yourself. I think going to any theme park by yourself is kind of sad.
I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit.
But if I ever go out and like see like museums or stuff like that, or galleries or concerts, I don't want to go, or expos, I don't want to go with people. I want to go by myself because I'm one of those where I want to see the things I want to see at my own pace, and I don't want to go on anyone else's pace or schedule.
Of course, you will enjoy Mr. Ollivander, and I am keen to see what you will do with a wand of your own. You should be able to collect everything you need and still have time to explore a little as well. Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished. Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
Hogsmeade has tons of stuff to do. I wonder if Hogsmeade is the only village that is here though. Can't see the world map yet. Oh, you get a classic sorcerer hat? I am so tempted to put that on. Wow, okay. It looks like there's another village over here. Hogsfield, okay. But it looks like there's plenty of... Oh, actually, no, there's multiple villages around here. Okay, we got a big-ass world map here. I'm kind of impressed. Multiple towns, even? I wonder if they're as detailed as, like, Hogwarts and Hogsmeade have been. Because just Hogwarts itself is very detailed. They probably won't be. I'm going to set up my expectations. I wonder if once you fly, if there's mid-air combat against a dragon. If there's mid-air combat against a dragon, like even as an optional like super boss fight, I would be impressed. You went there? Nice. What was your favorite thing to do? You can say that the ice cream from the books was pretty cool. Honestly, I would be down to try all sorts of weird-ass ice creams. Like, you gotta live a little.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes.
Everybody here is dressed so nicely.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new 5th-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core.
I wonder if it's gonna import my results from the website.
You might do.
I heard that I was supposed to.
Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you.
He put that in
something, not to
backwards. It
worry.
bothers my OCD.
No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13.
Earl Grey lavender ice cream is really good. I would try that.
Let's give this
Sounds like an interesting smell, that's for sure.
Oh goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here.
I see you registered with WB Games and linked your account with the Harry Potter main site. Based on your... Yeah, that's exactly what my response was. It was black unicorn hair, 11 inches, hard. A hard black 11 inches. Are you impressed, ladies? Just saying.
What do you think?
Nice and girthy.
Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
You have an interactive wand and use it on spots that they put on the map for both spots. Oh, cool.
Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Indeed. Treat it well, and you shall find no more dependable a wand than one with a unicorn hair core. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again, if ever I can be of further assistance.
You can go on a train and it takes you between Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. I would go honestly just for mostly the spectacle. I think just kind of witness the experience. I don't know if I would buy a wand, but I'm not gonna lie, I probably would be suckered into a tourist trap. Be like, oh well, you want to buy this black 11-inch hard unicorn wand? And I'd be like, all right, you got me. Zonkos. Oh, you can actually go in here. Like I said, such an impressive attention to detail in this game. Like, how can you even be mad at this? Just kind of soak in the vibes. I hope you can go out and hunt magical beasts, carve them for parts, and upgrade them for gear. I look at this as a quest board, and I immediately am attracted to it. Let's see. Where am I supposed to go? Tomes and scrolls. Pippin's potions, we're supposed to go. Thank you. I'm gonna be married to this map screen. I know I get lost too easily. Oh, you can go into so many of these different areas. You can even break in and burgle people. This place is great. Can't wait to break into these places and take whatever they have.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell...
You have Hermione's wand? I see.
Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's
Only if I were to buy you a wand from a website, would you accept? Probably not. That's way too generous. So I appreciate the offer, but I really couldn't accept such a
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes.
obviously expensive
I'm new
gift.
at Hogwarts.
Wouldn't be
Sure,
right.
the student she sent the owl about. I set
What
your
I
things
would be
aside
more interested in
I
is
suspect
that if I
there
ever
weren't
go
anything
down
like
to
I was
Orlando
your
and
age.
visit the world of
You'd
Harry
want full
Potter,
potion supply.
it would be fun to go as a
Is
group
it
with
not the most
people.
fascinating art
That would be
potion
fun.
making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand. I've always
Even
said.
friendly strangers, like people from
free,
chat
not
here, I think would be
versatile.
cooler
They
than
may
just
not
going
be
by
as
yourself
showy
like a
as
loser.
spell work, but make
It'd be
no
so
mistake,
lonely.
They are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes.
I wonder if you
I
can make
sell.
invisibility potions
I
here.
also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can, so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? What can I do for you today?
Oh, so you can craft stuff. Nice. Alright, so you have armor and healing. Sounds good. Good staples.
Feel free to take a look at the rest of
Oh,
my
you can sell the
inventory.
junk that you have
Or
too.
come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Oh, they spell these the British way. That's so funny. I don't speak British though. Oh, we also have traits. We have skill slots and upgrades. I already like what I'm seeing here. Love these RPG-esque things. And the first few are free because everything else is horribly expensive. Alright, seems like one of those where we're gonna have to go out and kill things and get materials. Combat tools. Reduce cooldown potion. Thunder grenade. Jesus, normally these things cost 300 a pop. Oh, there is an invisibility potion. Nice. We got boost your damage potion, which of course is red, and the classic green healing potion. Alright. Got some exploration to do. Javier, what if I sent you a carrot instead of a wand? Depends on the type of carrot, to be honest with you. I'd probably bake it into a bread.
Revelio.
I like carrot bread / carrot cake. Very delicious. Alright, collect lore, everybody. If you're getting any sort of, like pro tips, everywhere you go, collect lore, because lore is free XP here. Again, treat this kind of like a Golden Age BioWare game. Like Dragon Age or Mass Effect. You kind of want to treat that like this. Interact with shit because it could give you lore and XP. Take from them everything. Alright, tomes and scrolls. Tomes and scrolls. This looks like that. Yep, tomes and scrolls. There we go. Nice to know that no matter where you go, there's always going to be people out there fish hawking and mongering. It's like Wizard Twitter.
An inquiring mind.
Don't mind me, just looking for loot. Because that's the appealing part about this, is that you do a thing and then there's a lot of flourish and flair for the most mundane things, and that's what makes this visually interesting. Because yeah, you could have just had some stairs here, but what if you just interacted with this little book and magically a bunch of stairs assemble and there's a chest at the end? Isn't that a little bit more interesting than not? And you steal money from this guy? Isn't that just a little bit more interesting than not? Gotta have a little bit of that panache. Oh, we got lore.
Revelio.
Oh, I thought that was lore. Oh. How is it the range in the school is so garbage, but over here the scanning spell is so good? Like, the range is so good. Look at that. Look at all those chests over there. We gotta get the lockpicking spell. Oh, actually. Let me just walk behind the counter here. Oh, it's another one of those stalking white chests. Oh, wait a minute. What if I get the invisibility spell and that thing can't see me? I bet that's how you open that.
Revelio.
Alright, chest down there. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that this thing is looking at you, therefore you have to be invisible. Yeah, see? It unlocks when it can't see you. I knew it. That's it. That's probably a gazing... That's kind of cool, actually. See, now we're thinking with portals. Hello, Mr. Brown.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda's student. I thought
Chaos, it makes you want it, but you want to wait until it finished whatever DLC and updates it does, then get on sale. Sure, absolutely.
I take it you've had
I had a gift card for the PlayStation Store for a while, and honestly, the big games that I wanted this year, I already pre-ordered, like Resident Evil Collector's Edition, Final Fantasy 16, are kind of like the must-haves I have this year. And everything else just kind of whatever, but I'm like, since I had this and there was a bonus for it, like, might as well just get it. So I picked it up, bought it digitally. But as always, to me, if you don't plan on getting it day one, like for me, I plan on getting Dead Space Remake because I love Dead Space, but I'm going to wait for a sale. And it will go on sale. All EA games go on sale. And if you wait long enough, because it's an EA game, it'll just be added to Game Pass forever because they have that EA relationship. So if I just wait like 6 months or a year, I'll have it anyway and without spending any extra money. So I can wait. There's plenty of games to play until then.
Yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want when you want. Let's have a look. Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Oh, he doesn't just sell tomes and scrolls. He sells facilities to grow stuff. Yeah, okay. This is our upgrade, man.
If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Appreciate.
Revelio.
I wonder if a blue butterfly is like means something, or if that's just there for a flair. See, now I want to walk through this thing scanning everything so I can steal as much as possible. Look at all this free XP. They got this part of the RPG down, that's for sure.
Revelio.
Go into town, open every door, loot everything you can that's not bolted down. Oh, the little invisible locks there, that's very cute. It's a very leopard-looking cat. Yeah, we definitely have to get the spell to open locks. Come back here and loot everything. Oh my god, this is, I didn't even try it. You can jump in this game. Take that, modern day walking sims.
Lumos.
I don't know where that is. Oh, and there's a spell.
Protego. Lumos.
Giant barrel side thing. I don't know where that is. The other place told me where it was. Was that just... Can you not mantle? Or do you have to put the wand away?
Reparo.
Okay. Kid can't mantle. Nobody ever accused these Hogwarts wizards of athletics. The magic makes them too lazy.
Revelio.
I'm already getting distracted off the main quest by looking at a bunch of random junk. Which I think is a compliment to this game, that it can drag you off the main path already and give you enough interesting things to pursue and want to do. Like, that's a compliment, honestly. I feel compelled to explore and loot this world.
Revelio.
Can I jump in the water? You can jump. Wow, you can actually swim. I didn't even expect that. Looks like you can dive as well. Because he started to dive, but he went back up. I wonder if I have to get something to go underwater. I'm already complimenting this game because it's already doing better than a lot of other games that you can't jump over, like, you know, a foot-high fence or jump into the water. All these invisible walls. Hogwarts is already beating those other games.
Revelio.
I can tell you right now, there's already a more visually interesting world than God of War Ragnarok. Oh, I wonder if I can go behind the chest and open it. Nope. Once it's you're too close, that's it. I bet you have to be invisible for that. I wonder if you can mark chests on your map. It doesn't let me target it, so I can't do something like... Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Adam, do you even Leviosa? In this game, apparently it's Levioso. They say Levioso, not Leviosa.
Revelio.
I'm going around just looting everything I can as a level 1 scrub. Because you can. Which reminds me, let me upgrade some of my gear. Is there an auto loader that just gives you like the best gear? It just puts it on you? I don't want to wear this scarf, but I'll do it for the +4 offense. This looks way better. Everyone knows the true endgame is fashion. I compliment this game on respecting that. How can you not love this doofy steeple hat? Whoa. I'm a Redditor now. I have a fedora. I swear I almost look like the 4th Doctor now. Just black. I just passed them off? Oh, at the dock? Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. That is the spot. Good eye. Okay, there is fall damage in this game, by the way. Good to know. There's a glowing green thing there too. Oh, that's the sign that it's the little moth. Where's the little page that I saw flying around? I like kind of like this look. I look like the 4th Doctor Who. aka the best Doctor.
Lumos.
If you disagree, that's fine. There's just, you know, no accounting for taste. I do hope that there's a transmogrify system to where even if you have better gear, you can make it look like other gear you've already unlocked. I would really respect this game if it did that, because if it's fashion, what's the point if you can't look the way you want to look, you know? High five, Chaos Kitten. Thank you for the sharp eye. Appreciate you. Level up. Okay. I'll revisit this after stream. I'm getting distracted. I need to stay on the main course. For real though, between this and the next time I stream, I'm absolutely going to be doing all these side quests as much as possible. I'm telling you, I'm liking this game so far. This is already an interesting and well-made game for people who just want to chill in the world of, you know, of what do you even call this world? What is the wizarding world called?
Revelio.
Bradley, not sure if this was brought up, but I'm really enjoying the background music. It's whimsical and fantastical. It is. Even in the castle as well, you can tell they kind of go for that same sort of grandeur, but also mystical mystery that is kind of the music that's kind of iconic for the movies. They kind of go for those same vibes, and they nail it, honestly. The musical backing and the sound design for this game is pretty good so far. Alright, you cannot kill the rabbits for parts. That's a shame.
Revelio.
Times are tough. We have to take what we need.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Ah, the dittany for the new 5th year. I take it that's you then. Merlin's baby.
Chaos Kitten, what does Dittany mean?
Hogwarts is a 5th year.
I need a translator check on that, please.
Reeling from it all.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one big adventure.
Well, bravo. Not everyone has the temperament to take things as they come.
Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Needle.
I mean, he sounds
I
Scottish.
keep the cart out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
Can I?
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything myself. My speciality is potion ingredients. Even Pippin
That is an
purchases
urban
from me.
series. Ah.
But what say we get you a packet of Dittany seeds?
Thank you.
Let me guess. You're after something fresh.
Oh, there is Dittany seed. Derp. Thank you.
Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Natty.
The sell items on even this low-end gear is pretty good, honestly. I'm just gonna sell it. We're never gonna use this. It's low-end gear. Never get rid of these grays and whites and greens. Get rid of that garbage. We're always gonna get better gear. Watch there be a gear upgrade system. Oh, that has no value. Alright, we'll keep that.
Revelio.
Thank you for the lore. I like me clutching a wand in one hand and this magical tome in another. I'm really feeling these vibes. I'm really feeling it. Up, another one of those. So many of those ocular chests. I'll get you someday. And we're just getting gear.
Revelio.
As a fan of looter shooters, or just looter games in general, a constant influx of loot is pivotal to the exploration experience. If you have nothing to chase, then what's the point? You know? Ah, but the journey is just as important as the destination, sure, and so are the friends we find along the way. But at the same time, can a guy get a stat boost here? Or some better gear? I like that you could just climb a wall and jump. Oh, we have another one of these. I like how even though I was turned this way, he pointed the wand over his shoulder and zapped it and brought it over. I like that.
Revelio.
Alright. Oh, interesting. Another one of these. I see. I'm already getting lost doing just mindless solar. I said solar because I saw solar. Wait, I get cool ass sunglasses. Hold on, hold on. Okay, those aren't the coolest rims, but that is 7 defense. And everyone knows you need to protect your eyes from the damn sun. Looks kind of sharp. Already finding better gear with a skill slot. Can I mark things to destroy? Or do they just destroy? I don't want to destroy it though. Can I lock gear? Looking cool, Joker. Now I look like Doc Ock from Spider-Man. With those round glasses, I don't know why.
Protego. Lumos.
Flat rock gap of trees. That's gotta be close, right? Yeah, it's right here. Okay, that's cool. I like that it's not far. Oh, when you climb, it goes away. You must escort carefully. Wouldn't be the Scottish Highlands without some sheep. I'm already getting distracted and I don't even mind it. I know I saw another flying page. Actually, that's a bird. I know I saw another flying page somewhere.
Revelio.
Oh, it's right there. I see it right there. What is the range on this Accio? Pretty good, actually. Hey, it's all 8 out of 8 pages. Let's go. First try.
Revelio.
There's so much stuff to loot. And here's the cool part about loot-based stuff, is that you can incentivize exploration just by putting a little bit of innocuous loot here. Like, I would come into this shop just because it has like a sack with 2 gold pieces in it, and that's it. But that's enough for me to walk into some place. And just kind of like, oh, this is kind of interesting.
Hello.
Oh, come in. Come in. Welcome
Robe
to
physics on point? Dude, I really like the robe physics.
I'm sure I've no need to introduce myself. They used to call me Snelly.
Just shrugs.
Oh, Snelly. Why aren't you studying to be an aura? But I showed them. They're stuck in the dust at the ministry, and I'm here thriving. Absolutely thriving. But
She sounds like she's coping.
Look at you. I can certainly see why you paid me a visit. Looking for a change, are we?
No.
I'm not sure what you mean, but I'm quite alright as I am.
Some are going for that muggle with consumption, sort of death becomes me allure. But you won't find poisons here. No need for chloride of lime or ammonia when you
That's
have
true.
magic.
We can just kill people with our
Why
magic. We
you
don't need
spend a
chemicals like
moment
those
choosing how you'd
muggles.
like to look? You can change your hair too if you'd like.
Thank you for your time.
I should be going now. Thank you.
I appreciate that we are so courteous, even as we are bullying our fellow peers and absolutely dominating the wizarding scape with reckless abandon.
Revelio.
Oh, we have another thing. I thought we collected all the branches, or the book things. Oh, it's an escalating thing. There's 15 more. Okay, we gotta comb this place later. You want to see the haircuts?
I have everything.
Sure. There's a lot of
I see what you
hairstyles
meant
when you
about
design your
not being able to
character
pick a
here.
favorite
There's actually
shop.
a very good character creator.
We
I
should
decided
walk
to go
around
with the
for 15
default dude and the
Perhaps today is the
default
day I
voice,
finally pick one.
but if you wanted to make your own custom creator, right when the game loads up, you have a very good selection of faces and, oh, that's cool. See, randomly there's violence and things to kill in this game. It comes out of nowhere. Everybody, throw your magic missiles at him. Ugh, it's only doing 1d4 plus 1 damage.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
You also have to respect how everybody just pulls out their wands and is ready to blast. We got dodge rolls here. This is Dark Souls now.
Are we weakening him at all?
Keep at it! We have to wear him down!
Potato.
It's a tutorial boss. Ancient magic throw.
What was that?
Oh, my...
I was trying to beat him at his own game.
Was that me or was that my assist? Oh, here we go.
Do more of it.
Nice. Environmental shit to grab, throw.
Potato.
Look! He's faltering!
Took him long enough.
We need to make sure he stays that way.
Go for the finisher. But yeah, everybody just casually pulls out their wands like guns. Which kind of shows you just like, you know, if everybody's armed, then everybody's safe. Just casual murder in the street, everybody goes along their business, nobody flinches an eye. As a wizarding society should be.
Goodness! A second troll! Did you two take on a fully grown troll?
By yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed.
Well, I do love
perhaps the
persecuting
two
my
of you wouldn't
fellow
mind
wizarding
helping me
peers,
put
so
a
maybe
few
an
things
aura
back
is in
to
my
where they
future.
were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Since wands are like guns, does this place have a stand your ground law? Well, yeah, that's how Hogwarts has it. Remember, you can do whatever you want as long as you can get away with it. What's my reparo thing? There it is.
I will see what he wants.
It's such a morally flexible society. How can you not love it? I'm reminded of the Lego games when I do this. Lego games, by the way, on point. Lego Harry Potter, even. Like, if you want to play a good Harry Potter game, Lego Harry Potter, literally. Oh, another page. Come over here, page. This may not even be worth XP, I'm just doing it for the roleplay. Like, hey, I don't mind just, you know, casually murdering people on the street. That doesn't mean you have to leave a mess. Pruitt and Weasley in the game? Yeah, the assistant headmaster is Miss Weasley. I want cotton candy. I know it's just, you know, sugar, but, you know, what is in terms of candy? Lore page, go. Oh, hello? An unlocked door? With gear? Oh, we got one of those guys. Oh, wait. I said sneakoscope. Was I supposed to do something with that? Or, oh, okay, it's just a thing on there. This is a world where there are creatures like this that are gonna go around and kill you. Always time for a cup of tea.
We were just talking about you.
Revelio.
Augustus Hill is probably the most plain name I've encountered so far.
Hello, sir. I don't
Neat
believe you've
chocobo.
met.
Oh, it's like
Allow
you're
me to
probably
introduce
right. That is like a
myself.
chocobo.
Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring.
Thanks. I'm really good at
Hogsmeade to
killing
its
things.
rightful
I might make a
state.
career out of it.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin, but I can offer you something much more useful.
Stats and gear.
I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving.
I'm all about saving my life.
And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes, in thanks for what you did.
I hope it doesn't have a flowery print. I'll take it. Free gear, thank you.
Mr. Hill. That's very generous.
See, we're having an adventure.
It's the least I can do.
Killing ogres,
Now,
collecting
let's try
gear,
this on for
looking
size,
good.
Shall we?
Reading scrolls.
Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
Oh, this is worse than what I have. Oh, garbage. Oh, you can preview though. Hey, you know the price is right at least. Time to equip it. I am not equipping this garbage. Don't you make me, game. Interesting that they're giving me the tutorial for how to equip gear when they're already giving me gear. Oh, we got orange gear here. We got a legendary coat? Ooh, baby, let's go. Looking sharp.
What an extraordinary introduction to Hogsmeade. I would say that
Chaos Kid and I've decided to make one character for every house and see the difference. Oh, nice. You'll have to come back and tell me if there is a big difference.
Sounds like a good
I don't
idea.
think there will be. Probably just a couple of cosmetic visual differences. But if there is actual story differences between your houses, I would be really impressed at that threading and writing.
At your leisure.
Eva's is worth a lot more and has higher gear. This one technically has higher defense, but looks worse. Sorry, I'm gonna go for form and function. This looks way better. It's also a higher rarity and it's worth more. I'll make up the 2 points of offensive difference. I'm not so min-maxy that I absolutely sacrifice my looks for the sake of function. Although if we're grinding off screen, yes, put on like the biggest grind gear and then go crazy with grinding, and then you look good for the cutscenes. Oh yeah, Black is another family, by the way, Chaos Kitten, that's in here. So the Black family is represented here. In fact, one of your professors, I think is voiced by Simon Pegg, is Professor Black.
Assuming it is not too busy, you might even meet Serona, the owner. She is a charming hostess.
I look pretty fashionable
and
if I say so
powerful
myself.
Witch. Good one to know.
You stole someone's drapery for the coat? Hey, it was gifted to me. I earned it.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
I like the way he wears his
All you need
facial
to
hair.
know
That's how I
is
wear it too.
that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
He's gonna gut him in the street.
Let's go.
I like how Ranrock is not oblivious.
Did they see us?
That goblin's gonna cut us
I don't
off.
think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
That was Ranrock.
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere.
Headmaster Black is considered the worst headmaster of Hogwarts. I find
let's get
Dumbledore worse.
inside the
Dumbledore is
room,
not a very good headmaster. Like he gets a lot of fame, but he's not a very good headmaster.
It's a treat.
It's okay. They'll just
seeing
replace
Dr.
his actor in
I
the
shall
movies
let you know if I hear anything.
twice.
Thank you, Serona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me.
And I always hear about the butterbeer.
Heard
Gotta
about
try
the
that
attack.
sometime.
I shall be looking in on the other
That'll be like one of the
shopkeepers and
to-do
residents
things
shortly.
that you gotta do when
Glad to
visiting
see you two
World of
escaped
Harry
injury.
Potter.
Thanks to this one, single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Pulls out a shotgun wand.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Serona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly
Sick
improve.
burn.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned...
I'm kind of tall.
Only want a
My character's like really tall, actually.
I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day.
That's the one thing I like about this game so far, is that it's just commonly accepted that in the wizarding world, open violence is not only accepted, it's commonplace. It's like a wild west of magic, and I kind of respect it for that. Like, you are only as good as the tip of your gun / wand.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than...
Butterbeer's
any
pretty good. I
troll
want to
you
try it for
encounter.
myself.
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood. What are you not telling me?
I promised to tell you everything.
Oh wait, I didn't realize when I picked the person I was gonna, you know, escort me that they're gonna be my best friend.
I think that now might be
I don't know.
a good time
I would
to head
still
back
pick
to
this
the
girl
castle.
over smug Slytherin boy. Oh, we got some lore here.
Revelio.
This is in fact the 3 broomsticks. Good call, Chaos. Fire whiskey. I'm not a big whiskey guy. I said this before, but whiskey's okay. But I think I prefer rum, definitely. I do enjoy Fireball, actually. And my favorite would have to be, as always, vodka. Straight up. No need for a chaser, no need to water it down.
Revelio.
Alright, that's probably one of those ocular chests. Look how much details in this game. Good lord. Okay, we still need our break open lock spell. I need to look that up. Is that in a side quest I can do right now? Because there's clearly levels 1 through 3 locks, and there might even be more as we get into more advanced areas. I want to be looting.
I am certainly glad Serona
Yeah, we
was
could have
there.
taken him.
And that she isn't intimidated by thugs like Rookwood and Harlow.
I want to understand what's going on, and I hope you will tell me. But for the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley will certainly...
Theophilus is actually a common name in the 1800s.
I don't want her to worry.
That sounds right, and I appreciate the lore. I did not know that. You're a nerd? Well, I mean, you're among friends. You must return to your common room for the night. No, I want to explore more. Oh well. Next time. Fast travel to your common room. Where would that be? Where is my common room? It says fast travel to my common room, but I don't know where my common room is. Do I not have any of these places unlocked? I thought I did. Game, where is my room? I'm literally looking at all the flame locations. Where is my room? Bell tower? It is the bell tower? Where though? I thought it was bell tower too. Oh, okay, here, grand staircase. Okay, whatever. You could have said something, game. I would not have guessed grand staircase. Nice day of murdering. What an exciting first day at Hogwarts. You know what always bothers me is that owls actually have really, really long legs. It's very distracting. Come and see me discovering a locker. We found a Gringotts. How exciting. But this is a very good spot to just pause for tonight. Yeah, Chaos. If you've ever want to go and like Google owls like legs, and you will see that like they don't have these stout round bodies. That's all down and feathers. If you actually like, you'll see people like pull back, and owls have these freakishly long legs. And you're like, oh my god, I didn't even know. Like, it goes up to like their chest. They don't have these little stubby legs. They actually have really long, gangly legs. It's very weird. Wands are just type of wood and magical core, so you could technically carve the wood into a gun-like shape. I mean, you easily could. Easily. That's what I'm saying. Wands are just guns in this world. And it's kind of okay. But as we've already established, and they kind of like talk about it here, you don't really need incantations. You don't really need wands. They're just there as focuses to just take the innate magic you already have and focus it better to whatever you will it to be. Which I like. Because that way it's not like, oh no, I lost my wand, I can't cast magic, or some stupid crap like that. Like, you can do magic if you focus it. You don't need incantations, you don't need a wand. That's why you see so many of them just flick their wand and it does the thing that they want, because they already have that level of focus. They don't need an incantation. Or when, you know, everybody's going through magic puberty, they have those weird magic effects without having a wand. It's just, it's there as a focus. Everybody already has innate magic. It's just how you channel it. And that girl from Africa, Uganda, was just saying, yeah, over my home village, we don't even use wands. We just get good. You don't eat the owl legs, do you? I do actually enjoy the wings of the birds that I eat, but I can't say I've ever eaten an owl. Stell, hey dude. Hey, how's it going, man? You jumped in. Casket, oh, you know about owl legs? Of course you do. But that's a fun trivia fact for those of you who didn't know that. But yeah. Can you say full of oink for me? Okay. I mean, that was that. If you want, you can just go in and use any of my recaps, feed an AI machine learning program to mimic my voice and have me say all sorts of crazy things. Which somebody was introducing me to the other day. I'm like, this is brilliant. I should use this for when I can get a robot to replace what I'm doing. Alright, but yeah, we are going to pause right here. Can I save? Is there manual saving in this game? Oh, the touchpad's actually like a mouse pad. That's actually kind of useful, actually. This game was, I feel, oriented towards being on PC, though. Like, the way the menus are arranged and how you're supposed to access different things. I feel like this was meant to be played on PC. Save game. Oh, there is manual saving. Alright, first impressions, chat. First impressions. Good, honestly. Even if you don't know anything about Harry Potter or even care about Harry Potter at all, this is a pretty substantial offering right off the bat in terms of what I see for what the world building is and the stuff you can do, the mini games that are there, and the very simple, but I can tell is going to go into more deeper combat, because right now we're in like tutorial phases, so they're still teaching you how to like dodge roll and stuff like that. But the fact that there's a parry system, there's equipment with a gear system and slots for more enchantments, there's going to be customization both visually and functionally, there's loot everywhere, there's upgrade trees, like there's a lot offered in this game so far. We haven't even scratched the surface of what we can see here, and that's kind of exciting actually. The production values are very good. Say what you will about the Mass Effect style, like stiffness in terms of like the models and animation, because that is true. But the attention to detail and the polish when it comes to the environments, the traversal, and what you can collect and do and keep doing, there's a good gameplay loop here already that you can kind of take at your own pace. It's very chill, and I get the feeling later with combat, which can apparently happen abruptly, that it can get very overwhelming. They are not afraid to throw enemies at you right off the bat, and that's very cool. So it can be deadly, as well as it can be just kind of whimsical. A lot of stuff is just visual presentation, so I'm sure, I don't know how it's going to last in terms of replay, but for a one-time play, I'm okay with it. And the main story so far, we just barely got into it. We're still just initiating our first day at school. But I kind of like how they gave your character purpose, and narratively speaking, I like how they already established that you're just different. You're literally built different. You can see ancient magic that other people's can't do. I like it versus, oh, you're the chosen one, or oh, you're special because plot reasons. No, you are actually special. You have unique abilities. And the potential for you to kind of do whatever the hell you want in this world, which kind of rewards that, I'm down for. So I think I want to keep streaming this game, honestly. Cable, don't forget the most important element of video game fashion. Cable, that is absolutely correct. But yeah, this game actually seems pretty fun so far. And I'm going to keep recording it just in case the main story ends up being, like, you know, substantial to where it's worth a recap. And if I can recap this, I will. I don't know if there's going to be additional story DLC, but yeah, so far so good. Hogwarts Legacy, thumbs up on the first impression for the first 3 hours of play. Thumbs up, I'd say. I am looking forward to playing this game more, which I think is always great. Sometimes you play a game for a couple hours and you're like, I'm not really feeling this. This is not for me. Which is, you know, not a slight against the game if you like it. Great. Games are for different people. It's like ice cream flavors. You know, lots of options out there. The world of gaming is big. But this game, kind of up my alley. You know, I do like being a mage after all, so casting and flinging magic kind of my thing. So, yeah. If a character isn't dripping, then what's the point? Exactly. Like, anybody can just kill an ogre. Anybody can. You know, with skills. But can you look good while doing it? See, that's what separates, you know, that's what separates people. So, yeah, I would say if you are going to wait on this game, that's fine. There will be more content later. And the extra dungeon and extra luck potion that comes in, like that's a timed exclusive on the PlayStation, will be coming to everywhere. So if you honestly want to wait, go ahead and wait. You're not going to miss anything. It's a single-player game. There's no co-op, there's no multiplayer, and there's no expiration date on single-player games. If a single-player game is good, it will stay good over the years. And so, like, just take it at your own pace. But yeah, Portkey Games, I think the 4-year wait, I think, is when this game was first previewed. You put this to good use. Already more impressed with this. So, yeah, I like this. Nova, did you know people can eat ostrich meat? People can eat whatever they want. Whether it's going to stay down or kill you is a completely different issue. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, chat. Met a lot of new faces here as well as some returning faces. Hopefully I get a chance to see some of you guys next time. I may change the streaming date from Tuesday to maybe Thursday. We'll see. But definitely Saturday we'll still continue to do streaming. Sorry about the internet fluctuations, you know how shit mine can be, but thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I do have a side channel that this playthrough will be updated on, so in case you left or want to watch the replay or want to watch it when it's not lagging, then go watch the VOD over on my side channel, OBM Plays. And if you want to talk more or just hang out or crack jokes or even talk to me, I do hang out on my Discord server. Link is in the description below. And until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next battlefield. Have a good night.